Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Ticks. It is an exciting day for unboxing a new watch. This one is interesting. I've been talking a little bit about Apple in a couple of the other videos and saying, you know, you really only have one choice with Apple, kind of like the old Ford. What color you want it in? Any color you want as long as it's black. Well, with these watches, not only do you have choice, but oftentimes you have some that look very similar to each other. Let's open it up and see. This is a nice box. First of all, look at that nice cardboard presentation box. Good for a present, just as it is. When we open the lid, oh, all right, now we're talking. I love these little pillows. I only have about 3 out of, you know how many watches I've reviewed. This is good. We've got a cleaning cloth. A user's manual inside. It says, this is a nice presentation. It really is. And the watch itself, look at this. It's on its own little pillow. Oh, I love these. These are, oh, sorry. I know. The watch is important, but look at the pillow. You've seen me do a couple of videos, and like I only had 2 good ones that I'll strap on because it helps hold it up. But now, hey, buy this for the pillow. You can do so many things with this pillow. And the cleaning cloth. And we have an accessory box here that contains... Ooh, it's one of those puzzle kind of things. How do we open this? Okay. Is it a box? Oh, this way. All right. Well, we have one thing in the accessory, and that's the little charging cable. This is, again, the 4-pin kind. It's black. I can't tell you if it's like really interchangeable with the white pin kind. I don't have any right now beside me. It looks a little narrower, so this could maybe be kind of unique to the watch. But nonetheless, it's a USB charging cable. And then we have in here a user's manual, it says. How sweet. Look at that. It opens up like that. Very nice presentation. A good gift watch. And it says it's a 3G smartwatch. So please check the user's manual before using version 0.1. Wow, that's even earlier than release. Okay, let's look at the user's manual. Here's the first pages. And it opens up like this. There we go. Some more information about it. You're starting to see what it's like already. It has a heart rate monitor in it, a micro USB, it says, and a SIM card on the back. Are you getting all this? Okay, that's good. And in these 2 pages, gives you some more information about it. Now let's flip it over. Continue on the back. There's our obligatory QR code for pulling up the tethering app. And then here's some more. And finally there. All right, that's the user's manual, quick and easy. And what does the watch look like? Well, before I show you the watch, let me show you this. This watch you're about to look at, and I think is really cool. I love the red. That is hot. Look at that. Wow. Peel off the cover, slap it on, and check that out. Is that a serious fun watch? Nice. Sport band. Yeah, we'll turn it on too. You notice that the dial is subdued. It's got little marks on it, and it's got tiny little writing around the edges. I mean, really tiny. The number, the minute markings are there. This is in black, and yeah, it's got the SIM card, easily removable back cover with just your fingernail, he says. There we go. Don't cut your fingernails just before doing a video. There you go. There's a SIM card slot. You'd put it in there, and it's a rubbery kind of thing. It might be somewhat water protective. If you get it in there good, it may not leak. I wouldn't dunk it. I wouldn't dunk it in water, but it should be pretty. And there's a speaker on the side, your charging port right there, 4 screws. Button. Looks familiar to something we've seen already. Yes, I will do a comparison video of that later on. But right now we are oogling over the Domino DM368. This is a 3G smartwatch, and it's coming to us from Gearbest. And it's a darn good looking watch. It really is. Overall, this looks like a fine watch. It's running Android 5.1, 8K of ROM, I believe, or 8 gig. Let's look at it. Android 5.1, the 6580 processor, quad core, 512 megabyte, 8 gigabyte. Now that's close to what you want. You know, some of the really good ones have a full 1 gigabyte of RAM, so you can put in all the apps you want. This has half of that, so the RAM's a little light, the ROM's plenty. No SD card, though. You don't have any external memories, so that's what you got to work with. You have wireless connectivity using 3G and Bluetooth 4.0, and all of this network topology supporting 3G. It's a good thing, because you know the 2G networks are going to die pretty soon, if they haven't already by the time you watch this video. So you always want to make sure you're getting a 3G watch, and you need 850 and 1900 in the United States. So this is good. It's got a 1.39-inch capacitive type screen. Now that's different than the AMOLED. So we're going to have to compare screens carefully when we look at the different watches side by side. No camera in this. SIM card is supported, and the pictures, the languages, additional features, and all that. Okay, 400 milliamp hour built-in battery. And this is what it looks like. So I'm going to give it a moment to charge up. Then we'll come back, turn it on, and walk through what this interesting DM368 watch can do. Well, for those of you who kind of follow this channel, I'm having a deja vu moment. You've seen a video I just recently did about a couple of Apple lookalike watches. One of them I did a detailed review. The next one was almost identical. I mean, really, very, very, very close. Just some tiny changes here and there. So what I basically did was referred you guys back to that first video when reviewing the second watch, and just gave you a cursory overview of what it looked like. Well, we're at that same crossroads here with this Domino DM368 watch. It's on, it's all booted up, and it's pretty much identical to the LEMFO LF16. And man, I did almost an hour-long review of the LF16. So what I'm going to do is ask you guys to go over there, take a look at the review on the LF16 if you're interested in this kind of a watch, because this really is like a spitting image of it. There are some differences, however, and I'm not going to cover those differences in this particular video, because we're going to do a special, which one should you get, the LF16 or the DM368? That's going to be coming up. But in the meantime, since we did the unboxing and we're doing a first look video, I figured, all right, we're going to run through this and let you have a look, the cursory look at the watch faces and the installed apps, and then leave it at that, and then let you guys decide which characteristics of the LF16 versus the DM368 call you. And these are really sweet watch faces. Nice selection of them in here. And the interesting thing is the numbers and names. You see their DMN, and then they have a number after them. If you go back and you look at the LF16, you're going to see there's that same kind of naming convention on a few of the watch faces, but they have different suffix numbers. They all don't line up exactly like you see here. So there's some sort of a camaraderie going on, at least in the watch face world, because I would say DMN is that domino. It sounds like it might be, right? Another digital with a viewscape behind it. A lot of these are primarily these digital watch faces. This one kind of gets lost down here. And that's it. That's it. My favorite is this analog watch, and we talk about that in the other video about these hands. It's now Wednesday. That one I said Monday, and it was on 1. It's now 3, so it's on Wednesday. So there is an analog watch, and you can put custom faces on these watches, and the custom developers are trying to crack the code to be able to do things like this. So check out that other video. We talk all about that. So what about installed apps? Oh, and the way it works. You can go down and you get all of this. You go over here, you get all of that. You got these things up here. You got the brightness level, which I'm going to reduce so it's easier to see. You got the steps. All this is exactly the same. If you scroll up, you're going to get the weather. If you scroll to the left, you're going to get the notifications. And if you scroll to the right, you're going to get all of your apps. The stock apps, contacts and phone and messaging, have to do with your SIM card. It's not for tethering, it's for using a SIM. The settings we go through extensively in the LF16, they're all the same. Remote capture, browser, your calendar, your clock, the gallery, music, remote control. You'll see that these are all exactly the same. The sound recorder, well, let's play that and record something. This is a little test of the sound recorder now on the DM368 to check the volume. And we save it. And we get to the recording list. This is a little test of the sound recorder now on the DM368 to check the volume. Comes out pretty good, just like it does on the other one. The speaker's on the side. It's good size. It's not blocked by your arm in any way. So very good results with the sound recorder as expected. Your file manager is the same when you get in here. You see you got the same amount of memory. I've used quite a bit because I put in some apps and whatnot to get ready for it. But you've got a total of 4.49 plus another one there. So you got about 5.5 of your 8 gigabytes available. And you got all your files. See, I put my core apps in here from which I can then install everything. And we've talked about that before as well on other videos. Then you've got the Find Me for when you are tethered so that you can locate your phone. It uses the Cinware tethering app, the least flexible app of all of them. It's not very good, never was. Looks like it never will be, but that's what's out there for right now. You've got your health. When you get into that, again, you've got your heart rate and pedometer, and they're identical as well. And then your weather, your voice search, the Google Play Store, and maps. All right? Now, one thing I'll show you on this one I didn't do on the other one is the M22 Benchmark Test. I ran this earlier, and we checked it out. Given its memory configuration and CPU, it comes up at 14,538. How does that compare with the LF16? You got to watch the next video to see. That's one of the differences between these two. Also, we ran and set up the engineering mode MTK thing, which allows us to go into the location-based services and access GPS and turn it on and look at the satellite spread. And you'll find, boom, there they all appeared. And I'm indoors right now. It never works on these watches well indoors, but if I take it outdoors, you start to see them pop in red initially on the barcode down here, and when they're strong enough, boom, they go green. Wow, well, make a liar out of me there, watch. I'm sitting in the house and getting green. So this has got a sensitive GPS, more sensitive than most. If you want to look at the third most common asked question of all, I've got 2 or 3 videos, including up to 15 of these watches that we review this little pattern on, and you'll see that none of them responded as quickly as this one did. So the DM368 is doing a great job for GPS. All right, that's pretty much the run-through of all of the apps installed and a few little test ones, of the watch faces themselves, of all of the things that you can do, and we're done. That's a good look at the overall DM368. Once again, run through the specs and an invitation for you if you're interested in this watch, and it is a nice one. This is the red one, obviously. You can pick it up over at Gearbest. Check the show notes down below. We are this is in a flash sale. We'll have the a coupon and hopefully buying price for you that matches that or is a little bit better or worse. It always is fluctuating, but we'll try to give you the best price at the time, well, down in the show notes. Thanks for watching, and get ready because we're going to do that comparison video next.